Hi friends, welcome back again to Crypto Talk, and in this video we're going to continue on the series that we're talking about how we can increase our mining rate or how we can increase our Pi. The mining and earning of Pi is winding down, and let us do everything we can because as we speak today, it's no longer news that Pi is not money. So what can we do to maximize whatever we can to have more Pi at this last minute junction? So today I'm going to talk specifically what validators earn. Validators are actually earning big money. When we started validating years back, it's not used to be that enriching because there are certain portions and percentage to be shared. At least no fewer than 15 people work on a particular document that a pioneer submits. And pioneer only pay 1 Pi, which is still 1 Pi up to date. So at that time, how is the sharing formula is? Hypothetically, normally the sharing formula is estimated to be this. The core team who set up the system and the guys that work up there take 20% of 1 Pi that pioneer pay to the KYC. That leaves us with 0.8 that is left. Now, those 15 individuals are going to share 0.8 Pi out of it. So let's jump into my calculator and see how the sharing formula goes. So if 15 persons hypothetically validates the document, which means that 0.8 is going to be divided by 15 persons. So each person will now going to go home with 0.053 Pi. Now you earn 0.03 Pi and you are able to validate 1000. This is what you get times 1000. That is 53 Pi. So in today's market value, Pi is around 1.8. So 53 Pi by 1.8, you get about $95. Totality, you can actually validate up to 1000. So whichever one, you get 95 Pi for free. However, in this present time that we are, validators are earning more. Why? First, let's look at what Nicholas said years back concerning why validator will earn more as time goes on. Each pioneer who is successfully passing KYC and we migrate to mainnet is paying 1 Pi to get KYC'd. The amount will be pooled and split among validators based on their contributions, that is, number of correct validations. However, we do not have accurate statistical data yet to be able to determine the average number of validations needed per KYC request for many reasons. Example, we plan to further reduce the amount by applying even more AI. The fewer validations needed per KYC request, the higher the amount paid out per validation. Also, we need to finalize some KYC requests that are currently tentatively rejected, as many of them need to be accepted actually. See, read more in the home screen. So overall, we have to wait for why before we start distributing Pi out to validators. So that is what Nicholas by himself actually submitted. And look at what he posted here. So he says that pioneers are going to earn more per validation, and it's happening now because right about now AI does most of the job. So there's no need for many hands to do the job. So most time you are into validation, you don't get validation as frequent as it should be. That is what happens most times. And the reason is that AI does most of the job. However, if you get validation, it means that the AI is either having trouble in identifying those areas that is being thrown to you. So if you just did a little validation at that period, you may earn very big. And secondly, why validators are earning bigger now is they are also name changing and phone number changings and things like that that goes on. Is it age or a date of birth and name and the rest that goes on now? Now, for you to be able to do that, you're going to forfeit 25% of what. Let's take a practical example. If a pioneer mine 100 Pi and that pioneer is changing his name, that pioneer is going to forfeit 25%. And 25% of 100 is 25. So if that person forfeit 25, the core team take 20% of the 25 Pi that the pioneer paid to change his name. It means that 20% of 25 is 5. So that will leave the 3 individuals that help the core team to do this validation of name change will go home with 20 pi. And if 20 pi is going to be divided by 3 individuals, it means that they're going to go home with 6.66 pi. So you can see that just a single validation, you can earn up to 6 pi. Because personally, I've experienced where I had the situation of validating about 3 name change and about 4 or 5 date of birth correction. And if these guys are forfeiting that large amount of the chunk of their mining, you can imagine how much that might become a profit for me. So validation is a very good way to earn more pi at this time, and there are more validation coming now that everybody's rushing into it. So if you take up validation right now as we speak, you are not only going to earn pi, but you will contribute to the network. And when you contribute to the network, a lot of people are going to benefit, because instead of people to stay in queue, they have more people to process those documents, and you are going to make the process even more faster and better for some person. So some other people might not even lose or miss the deadline, because the processing speed is going to be faster if you join more hands to validate. So if you are a validator and you have abandoned validating for some period of time, this is not time to jump back in. And if you've not considered validating, however, you are past KYC, why are you wasting time? You can earn a lot of pi from doing validation. So what I do is I don't have to sit on my phone from morning to night validating. Just set up your phone and be doing your normal work, and the system will be searching out for validation. When it pops up, you validate, and when it doesn't pop up, your phone continue search out for it. And you have double advantage there. When it pops up, you validate. When it doesn't pop up, you are spending time on the app already, and that means another incentive for you in your next day mining section, which we discussed in the previous video. You can also check that video out to see how you can increase your mining rate by increasing your activity on the Pi ecosystem. So whichever way, validation is one of the best way you can increase your mining rate at this moment. So if you've not considered that, you should try and consider validating, because it's what a win-win for everybody. You are helping the network, you're helping yourself, and Pi Network goes to the moon. So if you believe and trust that Pi Network is going to go to the moon, let me hear your comment in this comment section. Pi Network to the moon. So that's our brief update on this video. If you find this video informative and interesting, as always, please let us know in the comment section. Like this video, share this video, and if you have not yet subscribed, why don't you consider hitting that subscribe button and become one of our subscribers. We love you so much, and I promise to bring you another beautiful, wonderful update next time. So keep it there with me as I meet you and see you in the next video. Peace. I'm out. Love you all.